Welcome back again, and today we are planning to try to just fix the car and get it just about ready to roll. So the plan for today is to get the starter on. So I got a new starter. Here it is. It looks a little bit different than the other one, but this is one that's off just a IS300 or something with a W58 and 1 or 2 JZ, which will mount up exactly the same, so not too worried there. So once that gets on, the next thing we're really going to be tackling is, again, we're going at the exhaust. So things seemed pretty simple, but I think I'm going to need to add one more bend. And also, it's a little bit tougher than I thought to try to fit in the exhaust cutout and the resonator, so I have to do some tinkering with that. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and start by just getting the starter in. It'll be a little bit awkward. I'm going to try to get you guys a little bit of an angle so we can see at least something going on. And that's really the plan for the start. So join right along and we'll be getting rolling soon, I hope. Also, before that, we had a massive leak of power steering fluid. I think that it's coming just from where it attaches to the steering wheel. It just wasn't sealed in all the way. So that's going to be a fun thing, but I'm just going to clean that up for now, and then we'll take care of that problem later. That was an absolute pain, but it's in now. Should be all wired up. I had to get, or luckily I had, so the spade connector, let me start over. The spade connector, whatever connector it is, wouldn't connect to the end of the thingy thing. So luckily I'd bought an old 1JZ connector pin anyway, so I rewired it. It's all connected. It's still a mess, but it's just that way until I test it. I still need to get the other battery, and it's in and should be good. So let's go ahead and grab the battery and test it and see if we can get this car running again. Battery is in. I'm gonna go ahead and sit you guys down, and then we're gonna try and see if we can get this 1J going again, which would be absolutely fantastic. Alright, so it's the next day now. What happened last time was I just couldn't get any progress, so I just took the rest of the day off. It was about like 6 o'clock anyway. Took the day off and then looked for ideas. The next idea I have is to try to redo the grounds. So I'm going to go through and check the ground from the block to the chassis, as well as add a new one with the old wire that I'd taken off the engine before. So that's the plan for that. I'm going to try to do that. We'll see how it goes. I'm not going to be able to start it yet because it's just too early in the morning and family's still asleep. So once that's done, we'll probably move on to some other minor tasks that need to be done, like putting on just another steering rack boot just to cover where it's broken, as well as fixing the power steering leak and coolant leak. So that's on the list to do it. We're going to go ahead and start by getting that ground on. I really hope it works. Alright, so I ended up not putting another ground on there because when I went down to find a hole on the block to put it on, of course, as you can expect in classic Phil Supra fashion, the ground wasn't tightened. I don't know if anything is tightened on this stupid engine, which is ridiculous because, I don't know, it just makes me mad at myself that I wasn't able to do that. Anyway, up next is the power steering issue that we have. So it's leaking out, which is not great, obviously, but I need to find out where it's leaking. So my thought that it's coming out of, see if I could finagle a way around to see it, wherever this hose connects, right here. See that finger? Right there is where it connects, and let me see if I can reach on the underside to see if it's leaking. Well, I can't really see right now, but I'm going to go ahead and check there. And then if you look down right there, see that it's this little metal thing with like the bump on it in between this hose and the plug. That is also the power steering connector, and I think it's there because when I checked the power steering hose down on the steering rack, there was no leak there, or the leak was already over top of that. So that's the next thing I'm going to dive into, see if I can make any progress on that. Quick change of plans. Family's awake now, so I'm going to try out the starter. I couldn't find this power steering leak anyway. It's not coming from any of the spots. It looks like it's dripping straight out of the rack, but I can't tell where. So I'm going to have to go in and clean it up and then see if I could re-find the leak or something. So not a fun situation, but oh well. What can you do? I'm going to go ahead and try starting the engine again. Alright, we got the starter in and I think it's plugged in. The lead that has the signal snapped off when I was trying to get it, but I think I got it back together. Yeah, just gonna try to get the battery. Kinda, not gonna lie, getting a little dejected at this point, trying to deal with this because we're kind of backtracking. So it's a little bit frustrating, but I mean, what can you do? I'm gonna grab the battery and give it a shot. Alright, it's the next day. I just ran into more issues trying to get things done and then ended up just going inside and building an Iron Man suit instead. So I pulled the starter out, and here's probably the issue. This is a signal pin that should be in here, and if we look closely, the little wire down there should be connected to this fork. So I'm going to go ahead and have to open this up on the back here and then see if I can get this resoldered back together, and then hopefully, I think I want to test it off the car first, make sure it runs, and then go for gold. So we'll see what happens. Alright, as you see, it's soldered in there all nice and secure. That's not going to go anywhere now. This got pounded back in. Everything else is good. Just need to carefully put this back on and we should be good to go. I want to test it out off of the car, see if it works, and then we'll see from there. Just a little fun fact as I realized I was putting this back together. I put this on backwards, so it should be facing the other way. In the end, it doesn't make a difference, and it'll actually be a little easier for me to put the pin in this way because this is facing towards that end of the car, which I kind of come in from that angle anyway. So I just thought that was kind of funny, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. So yeah, that's backwards. That's how we'll know this is my starter, but it should work. Alright, we have the starter mostly hooked up. Just have to hook up the negative terminal there. And then if we touch that signal wire, that little black one, you can kind of see it. If we touch that to the red positive, we should be good to go. So always want to put on your safety glasses just in case anything happens, especially if it's not sure. I had that grounded out to the stud that I put through it, because if you don't know about starters, the grounding points are just where they connect. So let's go ahead and give it a test. Alright, looks like we have a good starter. Alright, so the starter is back in now, and I think we're all connected right. So the signal wire is connected, the power wire is connected. I put another ground on the bolt, so you saw the bolt where we connected it when we were testing the starter down there. I put a big ground on there that leads up to right here. It's actually the old starter power wire, but I replaced that one back when we were diagnosing it. So that other wire leads to here. That's super sanded off. It's right on metal. I would have it go straight to the battery, but I couldn't get it to connect this far. Even if I could, I'd try to go even just right there. But anyway, I hope this works, because last time when you tried to start it, or when I did before I put the camera rolling, I got a click out of the relay, which is good when I went to crank. So what can I say? Let's just connect it and hope for the best now. Alright, I'll set you guys down. Let's check it out and see if it really works. Okay. Good, but bad. The reason it didn't turn over, I didn't have the fuel pump on. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I kept it off just to hear it crank. So it cranks. That's good. Now here's the bad. I've never had to really explain this, but I'll show you with my key position because I have the ignition out. So the ignition is down there. That's what I've been using, just a screwdriver. So say this is the key position off. There's accessory on, and there's cranking all the way over here. So I turn it on, or to accessory, then on, all the lights started dinging. Halfway in between on and start is when it cranks. When you turn it to start, it goes off. When you turn it halfway there, it cranks. When you go back in between accessory and lock, it cranks again. So obviously that's something with my wiring, but just to hear that started cranking, that's good news. Alright, so with that starting issue, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try cranking it again, seeing where maybe a signal could be going all wonky donkey, and then I'm going to try starting it. So I'm just going to set you guys down again. You'll probably hear a couple dry cranks where it's just me trying to figure out where it's at, and then we're gonna turn it on, see what happens, see hopefully that we can get it running again. So if we can get this started, then we're in a good position, because I'd rather be working from ahead and not from redoing steps that we've already done, which is great because tuner Evo is in a week and a half to get this car up to Portland, which is an hour drive from here, which is in Salem. So my oh my, we got some work to do. So let's go ahead and try to see if we can get this started. What the heck? You literally just worked. Well, obviously we didn't hear it start there. I think I know the issue though. I think it's this wire, that one right in the middle of the screen. Because I think, oh, don't mind the mess by the way. A lot of it's just extra wire, once again, I know. But I think this is a signal starter wire, and if I just give this a slight wiggle, yeah, it pops right out. So I think I need to find a way to get this connected better. I think this one may also be crank. I started testing around. I really hate how messy this has become, and yeah, this is why, another reason why I'm never gonna sell this car, because I don't want anyone else to deal with this. So I'm gonna try some more things, playing around with wiring, see if I can get this started. Okay, so you heard it start again, but yeah, it doesn't want to run, like idle at all. So I've got some more tinkering to do. I think that, I mean, I'm not entirely sure, to be completely honest. I'm going to go ahead and just clean up some wiring now, kind of tuck this away, make a better mount for that. And then we'll probably reattach the ignition up until there, and then we'll go from there, take the next step. So it's good to hear it running again though, that's a good deal. So I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning things up a bit. Alright, so I got the wiring all sorted out under there. Everything should be good to go. I'm going to give it one last test with the, with just a screwdriver cranking over the thingy thing. As well as then, if that works, I'm going to put it up, reattach that, try out the key. If that works, then I'm just going to go ahead and put this all together, hopefully for the last time. So, you guys have seen me take it apart and put together enough, so I'm just going to go ahead and catch up to you when it's all done. We'll close the video out. So everything's mostly put back together. I started putting that back. It's all cleaned up. As you can see, that mess is gone. I still have some more trim pieces to put on. Do I? Actually, I don't know if I do, but I have screws to put on still. But for the most part, it's just done. So that's huge. Next step up, that'll be in next video, is it doesn't want to idle right away. I'm thinking it may be the new mass airflow sensor, either that or the throttle position sensor. One of those being off. But again, it's time to call it a day. We've done plenty throughout this video, which is literally consists of just messing with the starter, but it's fixed. That's good. I feel so much better now that that's going. It's that kind of sucked. There was literally about a month, not a month, like 2 or 3 weeks where I didn't really work on the car at all, just because I didn't want to deal with the starter, and I was so upset with the car not working when it did work. So that's huge to get it back. So I keep saying so. Next video, we're probably going to keep cleaning things up. I do have to make an exhaust or get parts cut. I just need to get that scheduled with a friend who's going to weld them and cut them all for me. That's really the plan for that. So thanks guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. Tuner Evo coming up May 19th at the Portland Expo Center. If you wanna see me there, see the car there, it will be there. I guarantee it. I hope I guarantee it. I'm gonna try to get it there, no matter what, guys. You're the best. Dislike, unsubscribe, hate in the comments, guys. Bye.